bless you, brothers and sisters. I testify to give glory and honor to our God. I share with you that I began to suffer from a thyroid tumor, and the doctors told me that little by little I would lose the ability to speak and breathe, and that at the moment I could only attend a few checkups for them to observe the growth of the tumor, and that no surgery was possible. But the Lord told me in prophecy not to worry, to seek the spiritual, that none of this would happen, and that I would have surgery. This process was not easy. I had 2 biopsies and many tests, and in everything the Lord supported me. He never left me alone. He gave me strength to continue forward, and even at times when I felt very sad, the Lord comforted me through a dream with our sister Maria Luisa. In the dream, she was standing in front of me, dressed in white. I didn't see her face, but I knew that it was her. She hugged me and said to me, "You are already fine. You don't have anything. The Lord blesses you." This dream was a great strength for me to move forward. The time came when the surgery was going to be authorized. This was 6 months before the pandemic. Many obstacles arose, and they did not give me a date for the surgery. The pandemic arrived, and I felt very worried. And I asked the Lord a question in my prayer, and the Lord answered me immediately. Because I had not finished my prayer and asking him the question, I received a phone call giving me the date to have the surgery. Right now, brothers and sisters, I'm very well. I am very happy, and also seeing the promises of the Lord fulfilled. That it doesn't matter if there is a pandemic, no matter the circumstances, He fulfills His promises. The Lord gave me everything I needed. Today I feel joy and happiness, and I want to testify to give honor and glory to our God.
I want to testify for the glory of God. God in prophecy told me that I would be traveling and seeing my loved ones after 12 years of not seeing them. That He would be giving me everything, but that the enemy would be placing greed in me. And it was so that where I worked, the Lord placed grace, and the company made everything possible for me to get the residency to this country. What's more, my boss gave me additional vacation time. And in addition, brothers and sisters, the Lord gave me extra money so that I can take the trip. Nevertheless, when it was time to give the tithe, it crossed my mind that the amount of the tithe was large. In that moment, I remembered the words that the Lord had spoken to me in prophecy, and I gave the complete tithe. I went on the trip in which the Lord glorified Himself because He multiplied everything greatly. From that moment, I learned the importance of the tithe and that we have to give to God what belongs to Him. This I testify for the glory and honor of our God.
Blessed Lord, and I took Him at His word. Then at once all my burdens rolled away. Rolled away. Rolled away.
I'd like to testify to give honor and glory to our Lord, because since I arrived to the church, the Lord promised me that I would not be in need of anything, that He would provide for me, giving me the food and the money that I need, money to pay my bills, but not to forget what is His, which are the tithes. And when I arrived to the church, I had a very difficult financial situation. I didn't have a job, but soon after, the Lord opened a door for me with a job, so I was able to fulfill that commandment. And 2020 came, and it was very difficult because of the pandemic, so I prayed to the Lord. Because from March 17th, 2020, I lost my job because all of the offices closed. So I told the Lord that I didn't have income and asked Him to help me so I could pay my bills. In His mercy, He provided for me for several months. He gave me all of the material needs that I had. I didn't have a job. But during the pandemic, the Lord provided money for me to pay my bills. And because there were live transmissions from the church online and I didn't have money to pay the internet, the Lord gave me money to be able to pay that. But when I went to pay the bill, I was told that it was already paid. And the Lord was the one who had paid that for me so I could enjoy the live stream teachings. And I want to testify to give honor and glory to our Lord.
Roll the way. I am happy since my burdens rolled away. I remember
My relationship with the tithe began at an early age. Nevertheless, I never did it consciously. For many years, when I received a monetary gift or extra money, my mother was the one in charge of the tithe and gave me the rest. When I became independent, I began my first job. I gave my tithe automatically without even thinking or meditating about it. Days later, I had a dream where an elderly person whom I never saw his face showed me two piles of money. One was big and the other one was small. That was the same amount of my tithe. He explained to me that he did not see the amount of the quantity, but rather the intention and obedience in which we did it, and that even though I did it automatically, I did not stop and think what it entailed to tithe and fulfill his commandment. That is how I understood that more than the quantity, it is something that is done with the heart and being obedient before God. From that moment, I learned the tithe is a commandment that I have to fulfill for the love of God. And I have seen that in no time, no matter how difficult the situation may be or be out of work, I have not lacked anything. Always, even in the last moment, I receive the money that I need. I have seen how as time passes in my life, it has been a benefit to be able to tithe, understanding that I comply with a responsibility that I have with God, that I do it with my heart, that it is something personal, and that it has been of great blessings in my life. This I testify to glorify our God.